topics and opinions expressed in the following show are solely those of the hosts and their guests and not those of W4CY Radio, its employees, or affiliates. We make no recommendations or endorsements for radio show programs, services, or products mentioned on air or on our web. No liability, explicit or implied, shall be extended to W4CY Radio or its employees or affiliates. Any questions or comments should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for choosing W4CY Radio.
Welcome to the Ask Good Questions podcast, broadcasting live every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on W4CY Radio at W4CY.com. This week and every week, we will reach for a higher purpose in money and life, as well as a focus on health and wellness. Now, let's join your host, Bonita Bell-Andersen, as together we start with Asking Good Questions.
Hey, hello. Thank you for joining us. This is your host, Bonita Bell-Andersen, and we are here again with the Ask Good Questions podcast. So today, I'm going to get my slides going. We are going to, I have one ahead. We're going to be talking about something that I'm calling acknowledging big changes, transforming financial perspectives. This is actually ideas out of the first chapter of my book, Money Mindset and the Suddenly Single. You can find where to get that on Amazon on the Ask Good Questions podcast.com website, where there is a bonus downloads link. And there is all the downloads that you will be able to find for all the different episodes. So anyway, today, we're going to talk about some things that really have to do with divorcees and people that are going through a loss of a spouse. I really want to kind of start off today with what the state of women is in the retirement world today and kind of what that looks like, what some of the numbers are. I want to talk about, kind of looking over a cliff when you have a big life change happening, the emotional roller coaster that might be happening. Goals, dealing with emotional things that are happening to you, and final tips, things to do to help you and your financial situation. So let's look at what most women are experiencing. At least this is the data. So I want to tell you, this is kind of an overall broad sweep of what women experience in the United States today. Basically, what we're talking about is financial success for women, and it's a goal for many, but women face unique barriers that can make that goal really more difficult to achieve. Understanding today's financial landscape can help women rise to the challenge, know their worth, and take control of their futures. So the crazy thing is that with this study, women make 83.7 cents for every dollar that their male counterparts make in the same type of job. This translates into a lot of different things, but it's just, it's getting better and it's getting better, but these are just some of the realities that happen. So the average Social Security benefit for a woman is typically smaller than it is for a man. Like the reason I wrote this book was partly because I went through a great big huge divorce that I never expected to have happen. And that was 25 years ago now. But I had been having babies. I was a stay-at-home mom, loved being a stay-at-home mom. But that means my Social Security check now is smaller than would it have been if I had been working all the time and not having babies. For women, that means the average is about $18,506, and for men, the average is about $23,364. So there's also some sobering data about the number of women in their 50s who may be forced to lower their standard of living after retirement. I have actually seen this with some of my female clients who are older women, single older women. Single women The number of women in their 50s who may be forced to lower their standard of living in single women, that is about 40%. Ugh. Single income households is about 32%. And two income households is about 46%. So that's almost half. That's a little scary. If that doesn't help you, motivate you to get going on your saving for retirement, I don't know what will. But here's the really interesting thing. Women control it. Well, there's another thing that I'm going to show you a little bit later that said like 11.3, but this study showed that women control $10 trillion in US financial assets. But that is we're 5 years from now, that figure is expected to rise to $30 trillion. Part of that is because women are becoming more and more successful in the marketplace, as well as women living longer than men and ending up with the assets. So here's another, some more data. There's something called a C-suite, like the corporate suite or the companies that have vice presidents and such like that. 44% of companies have 3 or more women in their C-suite. That's up from 29% in 2015. So 10 years ago, it was much smaller. So you can see things are changing. 67% of women are investing outside of their retirement accounts, and that is up from 44% in 2018. So in a lot of cases, these numbers just keep getting better and better. The interesting thing about women in finances is 252 million entrepreneurs out of 482 million in the world are female. 17% of those are Black women that are currently or have already started a new business. And women-owned business employ over 9 million workers and generate over 52 trillion. Wow. So women-owned businesses is a big deal. So many women report having strong relationships with their financial advisor. I can tell you that as a financial advisor, what has been expressed to me a lot of times by older single women is that they want somebody to trust. So in fact, 70% of women say that they would prefer or they would refer their financial professional to a friend or a relative. So whatever your financial needs are, we are here to support you. Whether you come to us to get some questions answered or we support you in finding the help you deserve, we want to help however that's going to look for you. So here's a video about bridging the confidence gap in women. Let's play that now. And let's play the video.
The idea of a confidence gap among women has gained notice in recent years, and in the world of finance, the effects of this gap can be especially apparent. Even though women have no more reason to lack confidence than men do, only about 20% of women say they feel fully prepared to make wise financial decisions. And last year, as few as 9% of women believed their investments could outperform those made by men. But here's the truth. Ladies have fantastic financial instincts. Studies show that female investors thrive and often outperform their male counterparts. Women have proven they have the patience, discipline, and long-term commitment it takes to persist through the ups and downs of the markets. In the United States, women currently control over $11.2 trillion in investable assets. That's a lot to feel confident about. The power to drive more money into the market while shaping a better future for themselves and their loved ones. We want to make sure everyone feels equipped to climb their personal mountain. you can be sure we'll be here to support you every step of the way.
All right, moving on. Well, let's get into the nitty-gritty about this. The moment that your life shifts due to a divorce or losing a spouse, it marks the beginning of a whole new chapter. It really does. It might feel like you're suddenly navigating uncharted waters, or maybe skiing down a mountain completely out of control, facing both freedom and the weight of new responsibilities. This chapter in my book is about acknowledging the profound impact that these changes have on your life. I've been through this. I know what I'm talking about. And it's also the impact on your family. I've seen that. And more importantly, recognizing the opportunity for growth and empowerment amidst those challenges. Life's unexpected turns can leave you feeling like you're standing at the edge of a cliff, looking into the unknown. Whether it's the end of a marriage or the loss of a partner, that initial shock can be overwhelming. But amidst the turmoil, there's a silver lining, a chance to rebuild and redefine your life on your terms. This chapter in my book is your guide to embracing this new beginning, armed with knowledge and strategies to help you navigate the challenges ahead. So the first step in moving forward is acknowledging that change. It's okay to feel a mix of emotions, grief and relief and fear and hope. These feelings are all part of that process. But as you stand at this crossroads, remember you're not alone. Many have walked this path before you. You know that. And many have found ways to thrive in the face of adversity. So this chapter in my book is what I'm trying to do is help you understand the impact of your new reality and how to turn it into a foundation for growth. So a lot of times it can feel like an emotional roller coaster. It's natural to experience a wide range of emotions. We're going to explore how to navigate these feelings and offer strategies to find stability and peace. There is a financial reassessment that suddenly managing finances alone can really be daunting. So we'll cover practical steps to take control of your financial health, ensuring that you're prepared for the future. And then we really need to have a support team. Rebuilding your support network is crucial. I found that sometimes it just is requiring a different set of friends. Learn how to foster connections that will help you through this transition and beyond. As you begin to navigate this new reality, it's essential to move forward and try to find some purpose in it. That means setting goals for yourself, both personally and financially, and taking concrete steps to achieve them, right? Does that make sense? So setting new goals really kind of means reinventing your life. What do you want your life to look like now? We're going to discuss how to set realistic, achievable goals that reflect your values and your aspirations. You really need to embrace independence. And it's not going to happen overnight. I know. I remember just feeling completely broken. You have to somehow, you will get to where you discover the power of independence and learning how to enjoy your own company and make decisions that benefit you. One thing that we're actually gonna talk about stress on a whole nother episode, but managing stress for physical health is basically recognizing the physical symptoms of stress. And that is really a first step towards addressing them. Here's a more detailed look at strategies for managing stress and your physical effects on your body. So establishing a routine. Creating a structured daily routine can provide a sense of normalcy and control. Hey, regular meal times, physical activity, and a consistent sleep schedule can help regulate your body's stress response. Go to bed at the same time every night. Get up at the same time every day. Start and end your day with gratitude, journaling, and possibly using positive affirmations. One thing I've used is an app called Calm. There's other ones out there. There's probably even more than has ever been. But the Calm app for me is great for giving me something structured to listen to as I'm getting into bed, and also as I get up in the morning. Incorporating exercise. You cannot abuse your body. You have got to keep with the program and engage in regular physical activity, because that releases endorphins. And that's the body's natural painkillers and mood elevators, really. Exercise also helps regulate sleep patterns and reduces the risk of chronic health conditions that are exacerbated by stress. I can't stress this enough. Join a program that will give you accountability to show up and to consistently get this done for yourself. I have used a lot of YouTube workout videos, gone to gyms and classes, including a personal trainer who has an online workout routine that you join on Zoom. There could be 15 to 30 people doing this at 6 a.m. on most mornings of the week. So just do something. There's a lot out there to support you. And then maintaining a balanced diet. Choose a diet rich in fruits and vegetables and lean proteins and whole grains. You can go out and find lots about whole food, plant-based diets. Avoid excessive caffeine and sugar, which can contribute to anxiety and energy crashes. There are a lot of podcasts out there, lots of information to help you with nutrition and healthy living information. Some of my favorites are Dr. Neil Barnard, Dr. Stephen Gundry, Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Joel Furman. And I've recently also, I've used Energy Bits, which is algae-based supplements with that company called Energy Bits. There's a plethora of information that will help you with that. So start dealing with emotions, which can be such a big deal when you're in the aftermath of a significant life change. So emotional effects can include grief. And when we're going to talk a little bit about each one of these. This is really complex and deeply personal. I've been through every single one of these. It's akin to riding a roller coaster with highs and lows and unexpected turns. And really this delves into the emotional effects and offers, really, I'm trying to offer detailed guidance on managing these emotions constructively. When you undergo a divorce or lose a partner, you're losing a part of your identity. I was wife. I still was mom, actually. That was what brought me out of it, thinking about my girls. But I had lost my identity of who I was. I had lost my daily routine with him. I had lost the future that I envisioned that we were going to have. So that loss triggers a wider range of emotions. So grief is always seems to me like the biggest one. It's the profound sense of loss that encompasses not just you as a person, but the dreams and the plans that you had together. Grief can feel like a heavy blanket, making even simple tasks seem daunting. And in the case of my divorce, I blamed it all on me. It's all my fault. Well, eventually that turned to anger. And it's common to experience anger, either directed at yourself or your former partner, or even the circumstances that led to your situation. That anger can be fiery and intense, reflecting the pain of your loss. And then there's confusion. Oh boy. You might find yourself questioning everything, including, what could I have done differently? Or where do I go from here? The state of uncertainty really can be paralyzing. So interestingly enough, the next one here is relief. Alongside the more painful emotions, you might also feel relief. This can be relief from a relationship that was struggling, relief from the tension of an unhappy home, relief that you can now begin to rebuild. Maybe it's the relief of not being a caregiver anymore. You know, that could happen. And then, yes, moments of happiness. These may come from rediscovering aspects of yourself that were lost in a relationship, forming new connections, or finding peace in solitude. So really what happens is starting to figure out how to manage these emotions constructively. It's not about suppressing them. Eventually, you're going to have to get it out, but rather about navigating through them with awareness and care. So really, you have to acknowledge your feelings. Recognizing and naming your emotions is a powerful first step. And if this is overwhelming, if this is like too much, I want you to just focus on one thing. It allows you to understand what you're going through and reminds you that it's okay to feel these things. Acknowledgement is the foundation, really, of the healing process. Okay? So express yourself. Find a safe and healthy outlet for your emotions. That's really crucial. That could be writing in a journal that could be completely honest and unfiltered, or it might be through art or music or any form of creative expression that feels right to you. These activities provide a release and can be incredibly therapeutic. Now, in my case, I found this was a great way to lose some weight, because what I did was I went out and ran, and I ran, and I ran, and I ran, and I dropped a lot of weight very quickly. But it helped to just get out there and really just exert myself to the fullest. So back to Calm, that app I talked to you about. Practice mindfulness. That means like meditation and deep breathing exercises. Those can really be invaluable tools to help you center. So they help you stay present, reduce stress, and manage emotional turbulence. It really does. By focusing on the here and now, and again, this is over a long period of time, you can find a sense of calm and clarity amidst the chaos of your emotions. My thoughts turn to that app again that I use. I use it almost every day. There are other options out there, so just find something that will help support you. All of this are just ideas for supporting you. So emotional resilience really is akin to learning how to sail in stormy seas. And it requires recognizing those emotions, understanding them and using them as a compass to guide you through the storm. You have to figure out what you're making this mean. That is going to be crucial. Figure out what you're making this mean. So give yourself permission to feel everything, the grief, the anger, the relief. So these emotions are all part of the healing process. So along the way, celebrate small victories. In the midst of the turmoil, find moments of joy and accomplishment, because these are really beacons of light that's going to guide you through the darkest times. So rediscovering yourself is kind of what you're going to be doing in the aftermath of a life-altering event like divorce or the loss of a spouse. It's not uncommon to feel lost. You've been part of a duo for so long that the sudden shift to solo can feel disorienting. But here's a truth worth embracing. This is also a unique opportunity to rediscover who you are beyond your previous role as a partner. It's time to explore new interests, new hobbies, new friendships that resonate with the person you are today. So, research published in the Frontiers in Psychology journal highlighted that personality changes throughout life. And that's often triggered by critical life events and paved the way for new environmental adaptations and personal growth. I wouldn't be doing this today if I wouldn't have been going through my big, huge life change that I went through. So whether it's painting or hiking or coding or gardening, this is your moment to explore new things without constraint. Remember, the goal isn't to become an expert overnight, but to enjoy the process of learning and growing. In my case, I remember saying to myself, dang it, I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm going to figure it out. And I invite you to think along those lines too. I've mentioned you're really crafting a new identity. Your identity has been intertwined with your partners for years, making it hard to see where they end and you begin. So now you have a canvas to paint a whole new picture of who you are. This doesn't mean erasing the past, not at all, but rather building on it to create a more nuanced, vibrant version of yourself. It's about asking, who am I when I'm not someone's partner? And what do I want from life now? Those questions aren't easy, but the answers might not come quickly, but you need to ask them. They're essential steps on the path to self-discovery. So building a new social circle is going to be important. I can't overstate the importance of having supportive people around you, however that's going to look like. Be careful. Like there's a previous episode from a couple weeks ago where I had somebody that experienced a romance scam after she lost her husband. Could go back and look at that. But individuals who actively seek out new friendships and social groups after a significant life change do report higher levels of happiness and satisfaction. That seems like a big duh, huh? Start by connecting with people that share your interests. Join clubs, attend workshops, or participate in community events. Those connections offer not just companionship, but also a sense of belonging and community that's vital during this period of rediscovery. So along this whole pathway, you need to embrace the solo journey. Rediscovering yourself is not a linear process. It's full of ups and downs and successes and setbacks. I know, I've been there. But every step forward is a piece of the puzzle that is your new life. So embrace the solo journey with openness and curiosity. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small they might be, and learn from the challenges. This is really your time to shine on your own terms, discovering not just new interests and friends, but a whole new you. So, being a financial advisor, I'm going to give you some tips, things to do to help your financial situation. Build an emergency fund. Start setting aside money for unexpected expenses. This fund is your financial lifeline, offering peace of mind and security when you need it most. Okay? Invest in your future. Consider long-term investments. This is something I do, with my company. Those will grow over time, whether it's a retirement account or real estate or another form of investment. Think about how you can secure your financial independence. The next thing is financial resilience. That's about creating a safety net that allows you to weather life's storms without losing your footing. You are going to have way less chaos if you have a safety net for yourself financially. It's about being prepared, staying informed, and making smart decisions that safeguard your future. So, financial empowerment is that's the next term. Gain insights into managing your finances with confidence. From budgeting to investing, we'll provide you with the tools to secure your financial future. At the end of the podcast, I'll be mentioning there's 2 downloads today that are on the podcast website under bonus downloads. So go check those out. So when you think about that reassessment word, navigating your financial life after a significant life change can feel like walking through a maze without a map. You're suddenly not just making decisions for today, but you're laying the groundwork for your financial future. I'm going to talk about turning that maze into a clear path forward with practical steps for reassessing your financial situation and strategies for budgeting and investing and planning for the future. Okay? So take stock of your new financial reality. You just have to. The first step in that whole thing around empowerment is understanding your current situation. Use my downloads that I have for you to help you with that. Do a thorough inventory of what you have, what you owe, and what you need to live the life that you're envisioning. So that means assessing your assets and your liabilities. You're going to list them. You're going to include savings accounts and retirement accounts and real estate and any other investments. Then you're going to tally up your liabilities, such as mortgages and car loans and credit card debt and any other obligations, and you're going to subtract them, right? That's going to give you a clear picture of your net worth. So you will find that worksheet. All right. That's in the bonus downloads. All right. Understand your cash flow. We're going to be talking more about this and what the differences are between cash flow and budgeting. You need to understand how much money is coming in and how much is going out each month. You need to track your income sources and your monthly expenses to understand your cash flow. That's going to help you identify areas where you can cut back and save. So look in the bonus downloads for that budget worksheet, okay? So talking about budgeting, budget for a new beginning. It's about empowering yourself to make informed decisions about your money. Money is a tool. Use it to help you better yourself. It's the foundation upon which your financial future is built. And moving forward, I'm going to take you on a journey of redefining what that term means. We're going to have there's other future episodes that are going to explore this further. So create that budget that reflects your current needs while considering your quality of life. What do you think about what you want? Your life has changed. It just has. And your budget should reflect that. Allocate funds for your essential needs, such as self-care, housing, food, healthcare, transportation. Then consider what you can realistically save each month, while also considering what experiences you'd like to have. Okay, let's have a travel fund to start getting that going. We're going to take you beyond budgeting. So prioritize your spending. Focus on what really matters to you. Maybe it's saving for your child's education or investing in your health or setting aside money for travel, right? Prioritizing your spending allows you to enjoy your life. You need to do that while you're building your financial future, okay? So invest in your future. It may seem daunting, but especially if you're new to it, it's a critical component of building money over time. You have got to do this. You can't put it off. You don't have to be a financial expert to start investing. You just need to begin with a few key principles, like every month, putting money aside. So start small and think long term. Consider starting by getting educated in the different ways to invest, right? We're going to cover that too, and learning what the differences are with retirement accounts, like a tax-deferred IRA or an already taxed Roth IRA. Those options can offer a way to grow your money over time and educate you on how much risk to take in your particular situation. So educate yourself. Take advantage of resources like books, like this book that we're taking these excerpts out of. Lots of online courses, financial advisors to learn more about investing. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. So I'm going to harp on diversifying your investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I am not a fan of stock picking. So I am a strong believer in a globally diversified portfolio, not just the US, but all over the world. What the heck is that? Well, diversifying your investments can help reduce risk and improve your chances of a better return over time. I kind of think of it as like spreading a wide net. Stay tuned for a deeper dive into that concept. So plan for the future. That means looking beyond the immediate horizon and setting goals that will secure your financial well-being for years to come. Set clear financial goals, whether it's buying a new home, saving for retirement, or building an emergency fund. Have a clear goal that's going to guide your financial decisions. Consider estate planning. I mean, like, what's that mean? Thinking about estate planning early is always a good idea. This includes making a will. If you are now a solo person, you need to revisit that will. If it's a will that was done a long time ago, you need to do a new one. You need to set up possibly a living trust. But the bottom line is you need to ensure your financial wishes are carried out. My mother said, take care of your own business. So that little thing carried with me through my life. And all of my estate planning documents are in a binder on the shelf in my office with a cover letter for my oldest daughter, who's the executor. She knows it's there. So it's there, for some time long in the future before I pass from this earth. So seek professional advice if you can. That financial advisor can offer personalized advice tailored to you. Actually, next week, I'm going to have a guest on and we're going to talk about choosing a financial advisor. So please stay tuned for that. So as we wrap up this discussion today, it's really important to pause and reflect on the journey that you're embarking on now. Navigating new beginnings after a divorce or the loss of a partner is no small feat. It's a path fraught with challenges, but it's also ripe with opportunities for personal growth, financial independence, and emotional resilience. You're really standing at the threshold of a new chapter in your life. Remember that you have the power to shape your destiny. The road ahead may seem uncertain, but it's also filled with endless possibilities. Each step you take is a testament to your strength and your resilience. So let this discussion today about some of these principles be a ray of hope and a source of strength as you navigate the complexities of your new reality. Remember, you're not just surviving, you are paving the way for a life filled with joy, purpose, and prosperity. Embrace this journey with an open heart and a determined spirit. The future is yours to create, and there's no limit to what you can achieve. You've got this. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, the information is on the podcast website. The information on that whole website is here on this slide, www.askgoodquestionspodcast.com/videos. The book Money, Mindset, and the Suddenly Single can also be found on Amazon. And I also have a little URL, https://tinyurl.com/suddenlysingglebook. So thank you so much for joining me today. And remember to start with asking good questions. That's all for today.
Today's episode is over, but we did ask good questions again, didn't we? Don't miss out as we broadcast live every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on W4CY Radio at W4CY.com. Join Bonita Bell-Andersen next week for more conversations with experts on finances, retirement, behavioral finance issues, health and wellness, and more. Until then, remember to ask good questions.